Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. Give yourself a round of applause. We made it through another week. And for all of you that have set out on your New Year's resolutions, whether it's training or whatever it is, and if you've been consistent, and if you've been going, for 3 weeks strong now, congratulations, keep it up. Look, we got an exciting show for you guys as always, but there's definitely a hot topic that we're gonna continue to talk about. So look, let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. And that hot topic is, you got it, who's gonna be our next head football coach of the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And look, the UH Board of Regents had their meeting on the 20th, and they are stressing to the administration and the athletic department of the University of Hawaii communication, so that what happened with Coach Todd Graham never happens again. And I think those things go without being said. I think communication, number one, in all relationships is what makes it go. But in something like this, communication is of the utmost importance because, hey, how can one help if they don't know what's going on, right? So I think that's why they want to have everything communicated so they can be of support. They can be of, the Board of Regents, right? They make the decisions. And so, that's what is going on. And from what I'm hearing, we can hear we can find out as early as today or maybe Monday who that coach is going to be. And I think, publicly, I think the feeling or the want is to get Coach June Jones back in that room. But, of all the candidates, there's a way that we can make it work, that we get all these guys, right? Let's create the super team, the super staff. We can get every single one of these guys on staff, right? Think about that. We can all work together and make this thing work, turn this thing around. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So I hope we get some news today. I hope we find out today what, who our leader is going to be. And hey, we'll soon find out who those assistants are going to be, or who those co-captains are going to be. Because I know on every football team, it's not just the head coach, right? It's the positional coaches. They're all leading their respective groups. So they're the head coaches of their respective groups. And so that trickle-down effect is going to, pay dividends to the success of our program, not just immediately, but in the future. So I can't wait. And, we're going to be letting you know. You're going to know, right? Because that's going to be the biggest story in town. So stay tuned. Hawaii's top recruit, top quarterback from St. Louis, AJ Bianco, has decommitted from Hawaii and is committed and going to Nevada to play his college ball. And he said it's because of the uncertainty right now. And so, hey, that's expected, right? When there's no coach, there's no direction, as a player, you got to do what's best for you and your future. And with, National Signing Day coming up very soon, he had to know, he had to make a decision. And so, AJ, man, good luck to you. Nevada's a great program. They've been at the top, in the conference for some years, well coached. And man, good luck to you. Polynesian Bowl athlete and 4-star player Kevin Coleman is a receiver out of St. Mary's High School in St. Louis, is headed to Jackson State. Okay, he's one of the top recruits in the nation, and he chose Jackson State. And he's not the only one. The number 1 overall recruit in the entire nation, Travis Hunter, also a Polynesian Bowl member, also chose Jackson State. He was headed to Florida State. That was his childhood, team. But Jackson State, why? I'm gonna tell you why. The culture. Deion Sanders, prime time. He's out there changing the culture. And it's if you have been paying attention to that and watching that closely, if you haven't, you should start to. Deion Sanders is the example of what every coach on every level needs to be. Right? He's a father figure, a mentor. He cares about these kids' future. Right? Teaching them lessons. Not about that street things, gangs, this, that. Like, he's bringing them together, creating a family, and setting them up really for their future. This is going to be after football, right? We all know sports, that life is just this much. You've got a whole other, life outside of your sports career when it's over. And that's the importance of being a head coach, being a mentor, being a teacher in schools, right? It's all in that same responsibility. You've got all of these kids, looking at you every day, all day. If you teach them the right way, you teach them the right things, you constantly giving them life lessons and molding them, helping mold them to the person that's going to, be someone that can go out and succeed. And that's why these guys, along with many others, are choosing Jackson State. Watch out, these guys are going to be a nation's top team here in maybe next year, a couple years, but they're building something special, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just happy that our Polynesian Bowl has and is bringing in some of the top recruits in the entire country. Shout out to the Polynesian Bowl for doing such an amazing job of putting on a great bowl game, a great week, and attracting all the best players in the country. And on the Polynesian Bowl, right, it's been an amazing week of practice, a lot of competition, game time tomorrow, right, up at Kamehameha Schools. Hey, Mackay versus Mauka, Doug Williams, Hall of Fame, NFL. He's at Washington right now doing his thing. I got a chance to speak with him, and he's loving life right now. He said, Chad, you can't beat this here in Hawaii. So he's enjoying being here, but he's enjoying being across from Coach June Jones. Talk about two guys that are just legendary. And they get to be here in Hawaii, coaching the best high school football players in the country, and helping them, get to the next level, right? Go to D1 colleges and live out their dream to hopes of one day being in the NFL. And so that game's tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait. I'm going to be out there. So make sure you guys stay tuned. And I believe you can get some tickets. So make sure you guys check it out. Let's go. Mauka versus Mackay. Okay, this should be fun and interesting. I hope you guys are all going to attend the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior Volleyball, men's volleyball versus alumni game tonight. And assistant coach and former prolific outside hitter Josh Walker is going to be on that alumni team. And he said he is not going to take it easy on the nation's #1 team, along with his former teammates and whoever the other alumnus are that's going to be playing. I'm sure they're going to be fired up, to put their very best against the best. This is going to be interesting. This is a free event, guys. So hopefully you guys are going to go check it out tonight. I believe it starts at 6:30. Or 6. The event starts at 6:30. The game's at 7:30, and make sure you guys go check that out because it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm taking our current Bows, the former champs. I'm taking them over the alumni. Sorry, guys. Good luck to both sides. So have fun with it. Mindy Pennybacker writes in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Something that is definitely trending because I've seen it. Surfing while wearing a helmet, okay? Surf helmets have become, I think, a necessity in the sport, whether you're in competition or just out recreationally. I think more importantly, recreationally, right? There's a lot more bodies in the water, a lot more things can happen. And it's to protect your head from hitting that reef. There's been incidents where I've been out in the lineup and guys have hit their head some worse than others. But man, you see a lot of more young kids. It's becoming a cool thing, right? You see a lot of skateboarders, BMX bikers, right? They're rocking helmets as part of their sport. It's part of their uniform. And I guess what the trend is, they almost want to make it part of the surfing uniform as well as a requirement. Because at the end of the day, man, we got to be safe while we're out there, especially at places like the Bonsai Pipeline, where I've surfed before. Yeah, I bodyboard, so it's a little different. But nonetheless, you're still, if you get caught underneath and you get drilled, you know, what's lying below is a bunch of coral reef that could kill someone. That's how dangerous it is. And so I think, even for me, it had me thinking while I'm reading this article. I'm like, man, should I invest in a helmet? Should I go out there and, you know, because I've seen other bodyboarders rocking helmets, because it's about, like I said, safety. And so, Penny, thank you so much for writing this article. If you guys want to dive a little deeper into that, go check that one out in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. And I highly recommend wearing a helmet. Hey, be safe out there. There's some waves that are cranking right now on the North Shore. Woo! And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in on this Aloha Friday. Yeah, I don't have an Aloha shirt because I'm rocking my, you know, my own branded stuff here. You know, just a little adversity fuels me, just a little, you know, motivation for you guys. Hey, we're all gonna come across adversity. We've been going through adversity right through this pandemic. So just continue to allow these things, man, to fuel you and just to work that much harder to get through it. Because trust me, on the other side of adversity, it's so beautiful. So keep pushing, keep believing, and yeah, go enjoy this beautiful weekend that's coming ahead. I'll see you guys come Monday. Aloha.